guys, good morning. I hope you guys are doing good. I'm doing great too. It's been crazy few days, haven't uploaded in a while. And yeah, today just want to hit up on something very crazy that happened to me this week. I think you can read from the title. I don't know what the title is going to be, but it's all anyway. It's going to be on in line with what I'm saying. So, as my agent, he's trying to recruit me for a team in Thailand, and this team plays in Thailand is second tier, and the team is like how do I say it? It's a big team. The salary is very good. The salary is 3,500 per month. So let me get down how he got onto me. So he sent me a message on WhatsApp. I don't know how he got my number. I was like, hey Sunny, I'm blah blah blah. This is somebody sent me your profile, and I liked it, and I would like to propose it to 2 clubs in Thailand. And I was like, okay, who gave you my number? Because I don't have so many contacts in Thailand. I have about 3-4 contacts, and I know them very well. And these people, why would they propose me to another agent? They would directly just propose me to clubs themselves. So anyway, I wrote back, and I just played along, wanted to see where it's going to end anyway. So I'm like, okay, what's your name? And he said a name that wasn't, that's a name I'm familiar with in Thailand. And actually, I've heard about him in Thailand when I was in Thailand, that he scams players, he asks players for money and so forth. So on my head, I'm like, okay, let's play along. Let's see where this is going to end. And okay, so eventually he wrote back to me. He was like, yeah, there are 2 clubs in T2, the second tier of Thailand. They're interested in you and this and this. And he asked for my video, full video highlight. And I said, I did not have. Still trying to persist on how, like, see how it goes. And then he said, okay. He's like, do you have send me your transfer market? And I'm like, the person that sent you my profile probably should have already sent that to you. And I said, okay, no problem. I forwarded that to him. And then he got back to me, and a few days later, with this very, very real pro contract. It is actually very real. The contract is real, except he made 2 mistakes in the contract. One, he said, from the contract, obviously the CEO's name was mentioned, and the person that he mentioned as the CEO of that club, he's not the CEO of that club. He's actually someone who is working as a sports director in another club called BG Thani. Anyway, the club we're talking about here is called the T2 club he offered me to is called Chainati Hornbill. Okay, and he said the president, the CEO of the club. Obviously, the CEO is in agreement with me that I'm signing for the club and all these kind of things. Name is Surai Japrat something, the long time name. And when I googled up, like I said, he was working as sport director in another club, and he's a Thai legend. So it was the first red flag. Reading through the contract, everything was okay, everything was detailed. I took my time. It's 10 pages or 11 pages long. I'm going to show you guys up here on the screen. I don't know where it's going to be, one of here. So I read through it. The stamps were legit, everything, the letterhead and everything was okay. Until also there was where it was written, like, instead of supposed to be my name, they wrote player. That already, like, they wouldn't like refer me as a player. They would refer me as Mr. Sunny or Mr. Code Sunny in that sense. So I look at it and I read it, and I'm told him, okay, give me 3 days. I'm gonna get back to you. I got back to you 4 days later, and I was like, I want to schedule a call with you. He doesn't pick up my calls. He tells me he's busy, he's this and that. And then I was like, okay, another red flag. And so I did a little digging. I called my former agent who helped me in Thailand when I was in Thailand. The first guy that helped me in Thailand, Pichet Bonin. So I called Pichet. I told Pichet, hey, this is what's happening. This guy says this club is offering me a contract. And Pichet happens to come from that hometown in Chainati where the club is. So he said, no, this club, they don't know you. They're not interested in you. This guy is lying, and he knows of stories about almost the same person. And he's like, yeah, this guy has always been doing this kind of things to players and that and that. And I'm like, okay. So it's like, give me his number, I will call him. So I send his number to Pichet, the agent, and Pichet calls him and he doesn't pick up. Same comes to me. I call him, he doesn't. And then I was just like, okay, we already know what's up. So Pichet told me, Sunny, first of all, you're still young. Here in Thailand, ideally, obviously, from even what I know, in Thailand, they wouldn't take me at my age, probably in that high level, you know, because those foreign sports in Thailand, the 3 foreign sports, those are reserved for old players, mature players, a lot of experience and everything. It's not just for anybody. And obviously, this is big money. So another red flag was, he said, you're going to have a house, a car. It was a 3-year contract that he said the club was giving me. So in the 3-year contract and the house, he started sending me pictures of the apartment, and the apartment was like, looks like 2 different houses. I'm gonna post the pictures up here, and you guys see, like, this is not the same house. And I'm like, okay. Didn't dig into that. I was like, why are you sending me 2 houses? I'm only one. I probably might just live in one house. So he sends me that, and I'm like, okay, it's not what I want. So a day later, he got back to me, and he sent me a message. Immediately sent a message. I told him, can you call me? He said, okay, give me some time. I gave him time, and then he called back, and it was like 2 a.m. in Thailand, and he was like, yeah, Sunny, the club is interested. You please give me and just sign the contract right now and send it to me. And in my head, I'm like, it doesn't have to be this urgent, because the league, first of all, is still on. It's not yet ended, so you gotta wait for me. Read through it, consult whoever I need to consult, and then I can get back to you. So we've been back and forth with him on that on the contract. And then I told him, he told me, yeah, you have only 3 days to do it. I'm like, no, I need more than that, more than 3 days, because what's the rush for if the club's interested in me? So I also went back, sent the club an email, sent them a DM on Facebook, just to clear all the doubts, because if you look at the contract, everything is very legit, how a pro contract is supposed to be. And then he said, no, you have 3 days. And I'm like, okay, first of all, he said the club is paying for my ticket, going and coming. And also, every year they pay for my family, like every 2 months, my family to come over and all that kind of thing. And in my head, I'm like, nah, this is just too good to be true, because, man, it is not true, way. That's why, this is the thing. And then I was just like, okay, unfortunately, I'm not interested, because I needed time and all this thing. And then he said, okay, no problem, that's done. So he played it very calmly, and we ended everything. We ended things there. And then later on, I asked Pichet. Pichet is like, he actually spoke to the club and the president, and they don't know nothing about me. They did not offer anybody contract. I think they still have their foreign players. They have like 3 already, 1 Brazilian, and I don't know. They have already their foreign players that they had. I think they're going to keep them, so they don't really need any foreigner. You see. So this just tells you, man, guys, the scammers out there are getting too smart, and you also got to stay like updated. Don't just fall for anything. Be strategic enough that when you see something too good, try to ask other people that can be able to help you. Don't just fall for anything. Like, don't just hoop into any trade that you see. You don't know where it's going. You know, it can be a good opportunity, yes, but no, it's not like this. You know, so the thing is here, with what this guy is saying, all expenses were paid for, but the only problem was, if I had signed the contract later, then he would start asking for money and this, and a lot of things can come into place. So I never wanted to put myself in that. So you guys also be vigilant out there. Watch out for these guys. When something seems too good to be true, it truly isn't true. You know, at least give it a benefit of doubt. Take your time. Try to ask people and research and all so forth. So yeah, it's just like this. Don't try to fall for things easily, and be smart. So yeah, I never confronted him, but I just played it cool, and I was just like, just wanted to put this information out to you guys, that people are going to come to you in a very smart way, and they try to take things off you. So be smart, don't fall for anything. And surely I don't think I'm ready to move out of Portugal anytime soon anyway. So even if opportunity comes, where right now, especially outside Europe. I'm not really seeing myself moving outside Portugal. I see myself staying here, so there's no point of me even trying to uh, dive into whatever I was saying. But I was just trying to show you guys this, and yeah, I hope you guys learned something. Stay sharp, and yeah, and also a lot of human trafficking is happening lately. You can say later on it's something else. Someone can lure you into the country, they just messed your life up. They do organ trafficking, they do whatever they can, and especially in Southeast Asia, Thailand, this is a very common thing. People traffic organs and all these things. There was a story of a guy from my country that I just saw on Facebook some months ago. He was lured into Thailand for a job, and when he reached there, the story was different, and he was lucky. He fought for his life and escaped and ran to the nearest police station, and he was saved. So also be smart in that. Don't just follow people blindly. Make sure these are people with good records in their works that they're saying that they do, just so you don't get messed up. I was once scammed. I think this is around 2017. 17, yeah, 17, 16, 17. I was scammed by an agent and paid a lot of money that I never had at the time, but because I was desperate for the dream, I have found ways to pay the money, but nothing happened in the end anyway. So yeah, guys, just be sharp and stay smart. So until then, goodbye.